Alright. I am by the zombie spawner that we found earlier. I moved the cat under this thing here so it was nice and out of the way. And I'm planning to push the villager that I'm going to eventually get there. Do this. Yeah, that's good. Now, to safely spawn zombies, I built these little spawning chambers. The half slabs completely block the light, while allowing me to see in them. Give me that back. Thank you. See, completely dark in there. Zombies can safely spawn in there without getting in my way. Are you what I'm looking for? No, you're just a regular zombie. So, I am gonna sit here and kill myself a bunch of zombies. And I'm gonna do this. And I shall go ahead and fast forward through my doing this. Alright, we got ourselves a villager zombie. Hit him with Potion of Weakness, and feed him a golden apple. And now to wait for him to turn into a villager. There we go. So, now that we have our villager, our very talkative villager, let's push him into place and hope he doesn't go wandering off, since that would suck. Because villagers do tend to wander. Thankfully, there's no wooden doors nearby. Nothing resembling a village for him to latch onto. Wow, you had to get in the one spot I couldn't push you. That's what I said. There we go. Go, shoo. I have a bucket. No, I don't. What? No! Shoot, I forgot to, There you go. Stay. Perfect. Hopefully you'll be a little bit more cooperative. Meow. Actually, you know what? No, I do want that there. Come on. Come on, kitty. Come on. Come on, follow me. That's not following me. Oh, wait, no. I can use that. There we go. Perfect. Okay, now then. Sounds like something has spawned over here. Oh well. I don't particularly care about it. Well, I guess I'll go ahead and work on this a little bit more now that I have the essential components, and I'll be back once I have a bit more to show. Alright, we are back here in my creative world. I made a change to this design here in an attempt to better deal with zombie children. So, with any luck, we'll get some soon. I think with this method, they're only created by spawn eggs when they come in contact with zombies, so they probably won't actually appear all that often. In which event, I should probably actually disable this. Oops. Try not to fall. Open this up here, grab some zombie eggs. See if I can create some zombie children. Well, it doesn't actually seem to be working. So, I guess, no. Maybe it's just kind of a rare occurrence, since we were getting some zombie children with this. Wait, was that just... No, it wasn't. It was just a glitched out zombie. I've removed the skeleton and the creeper egg, so we're just getting 100% zombie right now. I was hoping that would improve the chances of getting a zombie child. Anyway, my theory here is that zombie children are about a block or so high, or block tall, so they would fit underneath this here. The water is kind of pushing diagonally off in sort of a this way direction. So zombies that go in there move along the track because they won't. They're 2 blocks tall. But zombie children that would be 1 block tall would actually get pushed off diagonally into this hole here, where they would bypass the entire system. And you know what? It just kind of occurred to me, instead of having it like this, I should just block that off. There we go. So that way zombie children will get stuck in there. That way we can see that it's actually working. There is a zombie child in there. Let's follow this zombie child. Actually, you know what? Let's disable this timer before we get too laggy. Where are you, zombie kitty? Where did the zombie kid get off to? Okay, I see him. He's still in there. Slowly filtering his way through. I'll go ahead and fast forward until he gets to the point where he's moving on to the next part. Okay, I think that's probably enough experimentation. I think I now have an idea for a new design, and I think I'm gonna go for it. Alright, much better. I just tried recording a few seconds ago, and my FPS dropped to like 5 frames per second. Much better now. I'm not sure what was going on. Maybe something was using that hard drive that shouldn't have been using that. Anyway. Yeah, get tangled up in my cable. Anyway, I've been working on this mob sorter here. I've moved the entrance over to the side because I've made this thing a lot thicker to deal with zombie children. As you can see. Zombie children now have kind of their own little express route. Which goes over to there. Down here. Zombie children go down this tube. Get shot and sorted over to the zombie line. We have our cat and the testificate here. I put glass to make everything nice and viewable so I could watch the whole process. The tubes don't actually go anywhere yet. I need to put that in still. The redstone is more or less all finished. So, that's good. Yes. And while I was working on this, something kind of occurred to me. Thought I heard something. Okay. Something kind of occurred to me down here. Our sorting system is able to handle zombie... God damn taskbar. No, not over there. Up there. Thank you. Our sorting system is now able to handle zombie children. But this over here really isn't able to. If, come over here. Zombie children are about 1 cubic block, which means that they can go into the spider system just as easily as the tall mob system. And that is a problem. I'm trying to think of how to deal with them. The best solution would be to make it so that the spider system kills them. So it deals with the... But I can't think of a good way to actually do that. So the other solution that I've kind of thought of to deal with them is we take advantage of their ability to see testificates through walls and give them a testificate to sort of aim for. Now, I went ahead and got myself another golden apple and splash potion of weakness for this task. And what I'm going to need to do is I've built this little station here. I'm going to sit here and let the mobs pass by. And when a villager mob or a villager zombie comes by, I can flip this to stop them there, and then flip this to isolate them, and turn off the mob system, kill off the mobs that are before them, and then begin converting them. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward while I do that. You know what? I just had another thought. I don't think the zombie children can swim up these one-sized gaps, so the whole design is kind of meaningless. Let's go test that out real quick. Well, I would say that answers that question. No, they cannot. So, all of my precautions seem to have been completely pointless. Awesome. Alrighty then. Let's see. How do I deal with these guys then? Hallelujah. A solution presents itself. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and implement that off camera. Alright, I've made the modifications. See down in there, I've got a one high space that it leads into, and hopefully the water is high enough that it will drown them. I put hoppers underneath the space because there's a possibility that string or something like that could get sucked down in there, in which case I'd need that to scoop it up. I also put one over here, but yes, so it will take care of any zombie children that go over there. And originally I was putting hoppers in here, and then I realized it was zombie children and they weren't going to drop anything I wanted. So, I quickly remove that, and we'll probably fill this back up, since it's kind of unnecessary. And that means that all that struggle of making this thing up here, the sorting machine, be able to deal with zombie children, absolutely useless. But oh well, it was an interesting exercise, even if it was ultimately a complete waste of materials. I'm gonna leave it there, just, you know, because I'm too lazy to remove it. Yep. And I'm gonna pause the recording until I have something more to show. Alright, as you can see, we are here in my creative world. Been experimenting with a few designs, and apparently we have a squid down there. Anyway, so basically, this first creation thing that I want to look at is, well, for the stadium, having all the zombies coming out of one spot would just kind of be a bit boring. So I thought it would be better if I created something that would evenly distribute them to each side of the stadium. So that way they basically came from everywhere. So they came up with this thing, which splits them off evenly into 4 directions. Just sit here and watch it for a moment. Now, the regulator, or the sorter, has kind of a built-in regulator. It's one of its features, which will space out the zombies, so I wouldn't have to worry about them having them too close together for this thing to work. As you can see, the first zombie is going there. That thing there is just take care of children zombies, since they can spawn in this system, but wouldn't have to worry about that in the actual system, because they'll be taken care of elsewhere. Yeah. So, as you can see, it's evenly distributed. Just got that one there, which is going to go down to that. Now, basically what this is we have tripwires, which toggle this RS NOR latch here, and cause the doors to, well, the state of the doors is determined by the RS NOR latch, which each side of the RS NOR latch is triggered by tripwires. Fairly simple design, it's just been triplicated. Yes. Just turn this off. Okay, the next design to look at, or next thing we want to look at is over here. This gizmo. And actually, let's see here. Yes. Now it's probably good. Now I'll just go ahead and reset this. I think, since I figure out how to do that. You know, I'm just going to spawn a button. There we go. So, basically what this little gizmo is this is a counter, similar to Ito's clock mechanism. It uses the block update glitch, where if you have redstone signal parallel to a piston, the piston will stay extended, even though the redstone signal going to the piston itself has been, or has stopped. So, basically, what we have here is we have a tripwire that goes to a monostable circuit and sends a pulse down this redstone cable here. The redstone signal will first try to go through the block, and then it will send the signal to the piston itself. So if the piston is extended, it will allow the signal to move on to the next one. If it's not, then it will cause the piston to be extended for the next go-around. So, if we spawn a skeleton, hits the tripwire, Causes the first piston to be extended. Another skeleton. Another skeleton. Causes the second one to be extended. So on and so forth. Now, this thing basically keeps track of 9 of them. So when 9 skeletons go past, or when the 9th skeleton goes past, it will cause this, the last piston here to complete a redstone circuit, which will allow the redstone signal to pass through here. So we'll see. Which causes the pistons here. I think in the actual design I'll probably end up using trapdoors, since I like that better. But anyway, it causes these pistons here to change which one's extended. Causing the 10th skeleton to end up going down this other pass, or this other pathway. And when he trips the tripwire there, the signal goes over here, gets split up. The signal that's on top that causes them to remain extended is turned off, and then it sends a redstone signal to all the pistons so that they get reset. Effectively resetting the whole thing so that another 9 can pass off in this direction. This allows me to pull off 1/10 of the skeletons and send them up to the arena, while the other 9, the 90%, go get killed and consume. Basically, we kill them for the drops. Yes. Seems like a fairly good system to me. A bit on the big side, and I wish it didn't require so many pistons, but other than that, it seems to work fairly well. Alright. And, nope, wrong one. Here we are. Next, let's go into here. Now, previously, whenever I've pulled up a comment or talked about a comment that somebody made, I pretty much just kind of left it up to you guys to look up the comment to see what I was talking about. But that's extremely lazy. I did that because because I'm extremely lazy. But it's a bit unfair to the person who actually made the comment. So, from now on, I'm going to try to acknowledge the person who made the comment by showing the comment as part of the video. So, basically, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I have a comment that somebody made that, well, he asks a really good question. Let's see, do I have it up? No, of course, I don't have it up on my own screen. No, why would I prepare? Okay, here it is. Let's get back to Minecraft. Here we go. Get the taskbar thing out of the way. Don't know why he keeps doing that lately, but anyway. Basically, the person asks, as spiders can spawn with potion effects, if in 1.7 a spider spawns with water breathing, will it die in the sorting system? And the answer is no. If they can breathe in water, then they will never drown in this thing. Now, they might eventually despawn, and that might actually be an acceptable solution to this issue. But, excuse me. But, it would probably be better if I was able to come up with something. Because, well, brain sort of glitched. Anyway, let's have a look at the different methods by which we can kill mobs in an automated sort of fashion. So that way we can kind of get an idea of what we need to do. And because I think this little display is kind of interesting. So, for starters, we have fire. The first method of automated killing will be fire. As you can see, it's fairly effective, works quite well. Although you have to be careful about drops being destroyed, as it destroys drops quite nicely. But as there's a potion of fire resistance, if a spider spawns with that, they're not going to be hurt by that. Not at all. Okay, the next method is by drowning. It works quite well. It's definitely one of my favorite methods of killing things in an automated way. It's fairly easy to do, water's cheap and easy to come by, and it does not destroy the drops. This is basically what I currently use for the mob, or for killing spiders. But, as pointed out in the comment, the new water-breathing potion makes it so that a mob can survive in water indefinitely if it spawns with it like the spiders do. So, this method's kinda out. The next method is fall damage, which is another particular favorite of mine, but it does have the annoying requirement that well, you have to get the mob up high, you have to move them up high, and then drop them, which requires a lot of space. Now, to implement this in my system, I would have to move the spiders out, probably, let's say, 30 blocks, to get them clear of the mob spawning pads, bring them up. I don't know how much life spiders have, but the standard is kind of 23 blocks. Bring them up 23 blocks and drop them 23 blocks. So that would require a long sort of conveyor system to move the spiders, a tall tower which they go up, and another tall tower which they fall down. Kind of annoying, but this is probably going to be the best option that we have. Just to complete this little thing, one of the problems with fall damage is that now water can completely negate fall damage, as you can see with our zombie here. Yes. So any system that does not use water, or that uses fall damage, cannot have water on the bottom of the part that's supposed to kill them. Which is really, really annoying, actually. But isn't nearly as much of an issue since we got hoppers in the 1.5 update. Okay, now we're getting into stuff that requires redstone mechanisms to kill. In this case, suffocation. Now, suffocation is fairly simple and straightforward, but it does have a number of issues. Other mobs cannot enter the suffocation zone while the block is pushed forward, which means that any mobs that are in the space, which means that mobs that are in the space, all of them will be suffocated together. But any mobs that try to enter the space would be blocked by the piston, which means that in order for it to munch continuously mobs, you'd have to have some sort of way of detecting them being there, and or have some sort of clock thing that would continuously open and close a set of jaws, basically, and just munch up the mobs. Okay, the next method is rather kind of cool. I personally like how this little demonstration sort of turned out. Basically, you're using, in this, we use a dispenser to shoot arrows at the mobs. Now, unlike the previous one, new mobs can easily enter the space, but only one mob is actually damaged at a time from this. And it requires, that was interesting, and it requires basically a redstone pulsar, an amazing redstone pulsar, to rapidly fire which means lots and lots of block updates. Which is annoying. But admittedly, very cool. Now, a major problem with this design that makes it pretty much not really feasible is that the thing goes through arrows faster than I could possibly hope to farm. So, yeah. Basically, these two redstone ones are probably out of the running. My best bet, I think, is our gravity trap. So, I'm going to work on that in between episodes. And, hopefully we'll have a nice working system. So once again, I am KHM, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.